What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. It's your boy Terrence, YouTube's news reporter. If this is your first time here on my channel, man, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button so you can become part of the family. Now, man, let's talk about episode 1 of season 3 of All American. This episode was filled with a lot of stuff, man. It was jam-packed with so many moving parts. So I'm just gonna start from the beginning, man. Let's talk about Spencer and this interview with this reporter, right? He should have known that she was gonna, misconstrue his words. From the jump, her first question was, why did you abandon Beverly? And Spencer dumb self was like, what do you mean? What do you mean? I didn't abandon nobody. He should have known straight from there that, something was gonna go wrong, right? She just kept hitting on Beverly. Why did you leave Beverly? And he was like, yo, I thought our interview was about Crenshaw. And he should have known right then and there to stop the interview. Should have been like, no, I'm done. Unless you ask me about Crenshaw, I'm not talking about anything else. I'm not answering no questions about Beverly. Like, he should have did that. But Spencer, man, Spencer being Spencer. When he gets amped up, when he gets, kind of in his feelings, he doesn't think straight and he does dumb stuff. So Spencer should have known his words were going to get misconstrued and it was going to backfire on him. And later in the show, it did. Obviously, Jordan and his teammates felt some type of way about the article. Like, oh, man, we just surpassed. And then, of course, him and Jordan, finally, boy, they finally got into it. And I was hoping, like as I told y'all last episode, that I was hoping Jordan gets his ass beat. Like, I know I shouldn't say that, but I was hoping Jordan get his ass beat. And my prediction came true, man. It came true. I was so happy that Spencer swung back on Jordan because, Spencer came up to him like a man and was like, yo, if you got something to say to me, man, say it, man. Stop being a B. And Jordan was like, this is what I got something to say to you. And sneaked that man. I was like, yo, they sneaked my man Spencer, bro. Like, what? And then, of course, Spencer, his shoulder messed up, so he can't really swing back with his dominant hand, his right hand. So Spencer took his whole body and threw all he had with his left hand and knocked my man Jordan out, bro. I was like, yes, about time, bro. Jordan hit the ground like he didn't know what hit him. He's like, damn, Spencer really hit me back. Man, listen, I'm glad that Spencer laid Jordan's ass out. I'm so happy, man. He needed that reality check. He really did. He really did. But after that, you know what I'm saying? Like, Spencer was still trying to be the bigger man. He was still trying to be the bigger man. He sat outside, was like, listen, man, I told you all my secrets. We lived together for all these months, and we never laid hands with each other. But Jordan, Jordan being Jordan, was still in his feelings. Was like, bro, you left me, man. Like, you left me. He's mad at why he left, and he also said, hey, man, you took my dad with you. Like, damn, you didn't have to take my dad with you. Like, Jordan, bro. Come on, man. Get out your feelings, bro. Get out your feelings. But kudos to Spencer for being a bigger man, but I'm actually glad that Spencer laid Jordan's ass out. But let's take a step back to the beginning. When Olivia and her boyfriend were hooking up, I can't think of the dude's name, the white dude's name. I cannot think of his name right now. I'm having a brain fart. But when they was hooking up, he was like, what'd you do this past summer? And Olivia was like, ooh. He was just so oblivious the whole episode, like the way she looked at Spencer. But you could tell that something this season is going to happen between Olivia and Spencer. Like, it was multiple moments, right? That was that moment when her and her boyfriend were hooking up, and she was thinking about Spencer. He was like, what'd you do this summer? That was that moment. Then when Spencer and Layla finally crossed paths again, and Layla was like, oh man, this summer wasn't nothing, and Spencer was like, nah, it was everything to me. It meant a lot. He kissed her, and of course, who sees it? Olivia sees it, man. Olivia was like, oh, you could tell she was in her feelings, bro. And her boyfriend was right there, like, clear as day. She's looking dead at Spencer. You can sense the tension right there, and he still didn't question it. That's the second time, bro. How do you not question it? I don't know, man. I just don't know. But we're gonna come back to Spencer and Olivia real quick because the way they ended the episode, we're gonna come back to that. Because I gotta touch on some other things. Let's talk about this superintendent, man. Like, this guy's a clown. He's the clown for this season. He is clown number 1. Actually, he's clown number 2 because Jordan's clown number 1. But this new superintendent, boy, he is clown number 2. I just can't stand this guy, bro. You gotta keep an eye on him, man, because obviously, Coach Baker and him have a past. Coach Baker used to bully him, and he left to go to boarding school. Like, he bullied him so much that this kid left. So he cannot let that go. So he's doing everything he can to see Coach Baker fail so he can change the school to a magnet school. Then Mo finally comes into the picture. It's about time. And Mo was like, she surprised me. She was like, yo, my brother terrorized everybody. He did harm to this community. And, you know, I want to make amends. I was like, what? I don't know, bro. I was like, I don't believe her. And she kept on talking. She was like, I got Preach out of jail. You know, Preach had 3 strikes and she downed it to 2 because, you know, marijuana is legal now. So she was like, I just want to make amends. And I was like, yo, Coop, don't trust her. And she was like, I want, you know, if we can work together, I want to make amends all around. And I'm just like, yeah, she's a big time lawyer now. She left the, you know, she left the game. She's not in that gang situation no more. She was like, I should have protected my brother instead of leaving him, blase. But I'm just like, yo, Coop, don't trust her, man. Don't trust her. Let her move accordingly on her own. Don't get mixed with that, bro. Stay away from that. I mean, she could have a good heart. But listen, I say don't trust her. Let her do her own thing. If she want to make amends with people, let her make amends. But don't you Coop. Don't you get into it. Stay away. Now let's come back to Spencer and Olivia. At the family dinner, you can tell they were kind of eyeballing each other, that it was still some tension there. But Spencer gets up and tells his coach, like, hey, my shoulder's still messed up. I'm not 100%. You know, my arm got numb for the second time today after me and Jordan got in a fight. And, you know, Coach Baker was like, hey, son, I got it. Don't worry about it. We'll get you the best doctors. Then, ironically, here comes Olivia out of nowhere, eavesdropping. She's like, yeah, you know, my dad is right. Blase. And then she tries to walk off. And Spencer grabs her and was like, so, we just not going to talk about what happened this past summer? Then they have this passionate hug. Like, look at this. The passionate hug. The way she looks at Spencer. Oh, yeah. They definitely hooking up this season. They're definitely hooking up this season. I was completely wrong about Spencer hooking up with Patience. I was completely wrong. As we saw earlier, he actually hooked up with Layla. So, yeah, I was completely wrong about that. I did. But I did say it in my last episode that Olivia and Spencer probably will get together. And I really think they will. I'm going to say by, like, episode 3 or 4 at the latest. They're going to hook up at least once. And I feel like Layla is going to come in and see it, or somehow Layla's going to see a text, or Layla's going to see them kiss. Something's going to happen where Layla sees it. And she's not going to say anything, though. That's going to be the key. Layla's going to see it and not say anything. And then, you know, she's going to be all, you know, kind of weird about it. Don't want to talk to Spencer and blase. And she, you know, technically her and Spencer aren't together. So that's why I'm saying she's going to see it and she'll be like, look, Spencer, you're single. You can do whatever you want to do. So that's my take on this episode, man. I feel like this season is going to be the best season out of all the other seasons. I can't wait to see episode 2. The trailer's already out, man. There's a link in the description box to episode 2, so you guys can watch that. Again, I cannot play the trailer because copyright issues with YouTube, so you guys can click the link in the description box and watch the trailer. But that's all the time I got for y'all today, man. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And, man, hop in the comment box, man. What did you think about episode 1? Did you think it was good? Did you think it was bad? Or, you know, you just think, this season might be okay. It's not as good as the rest. Until next week, guys, I'll catch y'all later.